everybody. Thank you for joining. I know we don't do lives all too often anymore. We're getting really busy lately, but I'm Stephen Yahelko with California State Parks out of the Sonoma-Mendocino Coast District, and I'm coming to you live from Hendy Woods State Park. Such a cool place to check out. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about fungus, mushrooms, different things that actually play a really important ecological role in our forest and the health of our forest, as well as sometimes can be considered a pathogen or something that may harm the forest. But it's an argument between whether death for some trees promotes a healthy forest or if it's part of the natural process. So I wanted to introduce you to a really cool mushroom called the Dyers Polypore, Phaeolus swinetzi. Now, these are really cool saprotrophic mushrooms, which are, they actually feed off sugars in the cellulose in the wood of some of our trees. And a lot of, arborists, when they're trying to assess a tree, if they find shelf fungus, saprotrophic mushrooms along that fungus, that may be a determining factor as to whether the tree is healthy or not. Now, they call it the Dyers Polypore because it is really has some amazing colors. And if you were to actually cook this with a certain chemical and put your wool in it, you can actually get some amazing colors from this here. Some of the colors you might see, of course, that brown zonation around here. Some of the yellows that you might see. And if you get under it a little bit, kind of tough to see, but there is kind of an olive green color that can occur when you're trying to use this in order to get colors out of mushrooms, right? Dyers Polypore. Now, just as the name suggests, it is a polypore, part of the Basidiomycota division. And what these mushrooms do is they're digesting portions of the wood in some trees. This tree is an old Douglas fir tree. It's actually pretty large. My cough cup out of the way. It's a pretty large Douglas fir tree that was taken out, I believe, as possibly a hazard to the road that's nearby. But years and years ago, in fact, you see it's like not green at all. You can see down below there's definitely some moss growing on this. This tree is starting to decompose. And there are a number of different things that help trees decompose. You have to be able to process the organic matter of wood into nice fine soil again, and the mushroom, as feeding off that cellulose, is starting to break it down. As well, once this big brown, it's also known as big brown butt rot because it's thought to cause illness called butt rot. But again, is that saying that the tree is unhealthy, or that the tree is at the end of its life? Regardless, these can be found both on decaying wood, or you might find it in the soil, which is tapped into the roots of a tree. This might be difficult because I got to get around this big log to get to some other both younger and older specimens of this right here. You can see the yellow zonations. This is a fresh one coming out. If I can get you a closer look. Sorry about the shot. I'm going to turn it around so I can get you right in close. So, you can see there is a really nice zonation of brown to tan to that nice ochre yellow. Now, all these colors are really good if you're trying to dye yarn. And you can see a older one right over here. That's how they dry up. They become almost entirely brown. But Dyers Polypore, it's actually tapped into the root system of the bigger stump that we have here. And these mushrooms and fungus play an important role in our forest. Breaking down organic matter like the stump here as well. They also help trees to get their water and nutrients, though typically we think about mushrooms as either being parasitic or saprotrophic, feeding off the sugars from a plant, or they are actually extending the root system of a tree to help it gain water and allow it to get water and nutrients in that case. Now, it also may help. They've made discoveries saying that mycorrhizal mushrooms will actually help extend the network of not only to get water of a root system and nutrients, but they have also done recent studies to say that mushrooms are able to communicate with, or trees are able to communicate with other trees by tapping into their mycorrhizal network. And when we see mushrooms, we're only seeing the fruiting body and only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the actual whole of the mushroom, because underground you may see that white webbing that exists there, and that's just the tip of the iceberg when you see a really cool mushroom like this, the big brown butt rot. So thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and keep on exploring our forest. There's so much going on, and fungus in our forest is a very important role in the forest ecology. All right, I'm going to sign off. Thank you, everybody. Stephen Yahelka with California State Parks, and hope to see you soon. All right, bye.